With the start of the new year, do you feel discouraged when you look at your sales figures for the year? I understand how easily this can happen when you consistently think you're starting the year out with 0 sales and you have a huge mountain to climb to get your sales to where you want them to be. In today's podcast episode, I'm letting you in on a little secret to avoid that discouragement altogether. It's a new way to think about your sales. It will create a positive mindset that will have you bringing in additional sales before you know it. My goal with this podcast episode is to help you feel more at ease with your sales figures when starting out the year and to help you be more productive while moving forward this year. After all, if you're like most business owners, your goal is to continuously increase your sales numbers, inspire more customers with the products and services that you provide, and fulfill your goals. Whether you're starting a business or side hustle, you're a self-employed individual, a solopreneur, entrepreneur, mompreneur, freelancer, business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant, I want you to incorporate this simple yet resourceful way to think about and monitor your sales not only at the beginning of the year, but throughout the year as well. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. Looking at your sales or your revenue reports in a year-to-date format when starting out the year can be somewhat discouraging. But you know as well as I do that each year has to start out this way. Utilizing a year-to-date report is how most business owners look at their sales. But what if I told you that there was another way that you could look at your sales that would help you to have a more positive outlook and could potentially help you to even grow your sales without having those feelings of discouragement, overwhelm, or doubt? What have you felt when looking at your year-to-date sales so far this year? Are you ready to be resourceful and create another way to review your sales so that you can be inspired and ready to take on this year? Although you've heard me talk about making sure that you're watching your profit and loss report or your income statement on a year-to-date basis so that you know exactly how you're sitting when it comes to filing your tax return, I want you to know that the process I'm going to talk about today is not a system that you want to use when you're estimating your taxable income. This is another tool that you can use to help you build confidence in your business without feeling like you're starting out the year with 0 sales. All right, so this system of looking at your sales differently is to take a look at your sales on a rolling or a trailing 12-month report. When you do this, you're consistently looking at your total sales for the last 12 months. You're never starting out at 0, and you never have to feel nervous or uneasy about having 0 sales at one specific time in your business. The numbers don't lie, and this is just another tool that you can use in your business to keep you motivated and take a look at your sales numbers from a different angle. If you're using a computerized software system like QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, and you have all of your information up to date, you can easily generate these reports to view. And I'm going to say, This is just another reason why keeping your bookkeeping up to date is so important. There are so many reasons to have your bookkeeping up to date that I talk about throughout this podcast, but having reliable and up-to-date information at your fingertips is so essential for your business and the decisions that you make for your business. So getting back to generating those reports. If you're using QuickBooks, you can simply select the profit and loss report and change the dates to reflect the last 12 months that you need to look at. You can also run a comparative report for the prior 12-month period as well, and you can customize the report by selecting the dollar amount of change as well as the percentage of change in this report when you're utilizing a comparative report. It's a super simple report that you can use that you've been using all along, but taking a different approach to viewing your sales numbers with it. You can even memorize the report once you've created it so that it's as easy as a click of a button to get your report the next month. If you're using a manual way to do your bookkeeping, you can also do the same process of creating your 12-month rolling revenue report by calculating your sales for each month and then adding the last 12 months together to get your total rolling sales. I like to utilize this system for viewing sales, especially when I'm working with a business that's seasonal. If your business has a peak season in the spring, or any other time of the year for that matter, it can be hard to look at your sales numbers in January, February, and March. But if you take that same business and view your sales on a rolling 12 months, you don't see those months with dips in revenues. You see the 12 months as a whole. It smooths out your month-to-date numbers, but always measures the same duration. It always includes your year end, as well as any increases or decreases in sales throughout those 12 months. As a professional coach, I know you want to enjoy your personal and your professional life more. In order to do that, you need simple steps to achieve what you truly want in your life. The problem is you don't have enough time to get everything done, which makes you feel stressed because you can't find time for the important things in your life. I believe you deserve to have a life that you love without sacrificing everything that you've worked so hard to achieve in your professional life. I understand how hard it can be to figure this out on your own, especially when you're an accountant, business owner, or other high-stress professional. As a CPA with over 20 years of experience, I've been there myself, which is why I became a certified coach and created the Reinvention program to help professionals just like you live the life they desire. Here's how we do it. First, you'll schedule your complimentary clarity session. During this session, we'll create a clear and focused plan for you to move forward, and you'll immediately start enjoying your life with less stress, increased productivity, and more time to spend doing what you love with the people you care about. So, sign up for your complimentary clarity session at financialadventure.com and click on the Work With Me button. In the meantime, check out all the other resources and solutions on my website that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can stop being stressed out and feeling like you're never doing enough, and instead, breathe a sigh of relief at the end of the day, knowing you've accomplished enough and can enjoy your life more. Once you have your numbers, you might be asking, what should you do with them next? You can do this with the total gross amount you have over your rolling 12 months, or you could take that total gross amount and get an average by dividing the total sales by the number of months. Either way, you have a number that you can start tracking. Most of the clients that I work with like to see the total sales number. They're using this to see when they reach their first $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, or even $1 million in revenue in a 12-month period. It doesn't matter which level you're at. You are setting your own goals, and you can watch this number keep trending towards your goal, reaching your goal, and surpassing your goal as you create more courageous and focused goals for the future. This is what keeps you motivated throughout the year and not discouraged from starting at zero again. As you're analyzing your numbers, make it visual. Many of you have a vision board, and you know how this helps you to see your future. Do this same process with your trending 12-month rolling sales figures. You'll be able to visualize and watch as your numbers trend higher and higher. Your goals will be easy to visualize when you have them plotted out, which will allow you to make celebrating your achievements inevitable when you reach them. When you analyze your numbers, view your trends. Are they trending upward, or are you seeing a dip? Ask yourself questions when analyzing your information, like who are your best customers? Where are your leads coming from? Make sure that you're tracking your leads because this information is what will drive your sales growth. Are you on track to meet your goals? If there is an increase or a decrease in your trend, ask yourself why. If you're seeing more leads, again, ask yourself why and where are they coming from? Use this data and information to provide a plan for how you can improve your sales and what you can do to continue to achieve your sales goals. This data will not only help you optimize your sales process, but your growth strategy as well. When I work with my clients, we use their 12-month rolling sales figures to help motivate them to do more in their business. They see where their business is going. They see how their business is growing month by month by viewing the trends that they're seeing. They use this as fuel to keep moving forward and not stop in their tracks and feel hopeless when they're starting the new year with zero sales. They know they need to keep their eye on their goals, and they keep taking baby steps or milestones towards achieving them. I really enjoy hearing how the tips that I recommend in the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast are helping you in your business. If you could take a minute and let me know just how much you see a difference in how you view your sales in this new year with a rolling 12-month sales report, go to my website and send me a quick email. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you soon. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing that you'll take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.